Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. And before we take a look at the charts, wanted to let you know about the Ultima automated, 100% automated Forex trading system that basically took account from $10K to above $23,000 in the beginning of June till now. So about 6 months, 130% and more. To join, just open an account through the supported brokers here and fund that account, and then your account is connected to the master account. There are no upfront costs. There's a profit sharing model that ranges from 20 to 30% on a monthly basis if your account is, goes into a positive, profitable territory. All right, now let's take a look at the charts. There we go. First of all, the euro dollar, well, basically price is bouncing at the 144 EMA, and we're looking at the momentum. I think we're looking at a bearish pattern here with 5 waves to the downside. I think that this could be some type of wave 4, and I'm expecting price to break below the 20 EMA and continue with this momentum towards 110, the next target in my mind, at least because of the round psychological level. 110.50, of course, could also be a small kind of bounce, but ultimately, I think it could continue lower to 110. Last week ultimately ended up bearish with a higher low and a lower low and a bearish candle close. So I think that there could be a bigger push lower to retest the bottom and support. Looking like a potential ABC pattern here with before that a wave A. I think this could be a B, an ABC basically like this within the blue B, and then up for a blue C to reach maybe 115. Up in here, and that could be then a bouncing spot for a downtrend continuation, for instance. So that seems likely for the moment. Let's take a look at the daily chart. We see Friday was bullish and price is now breaking, or bouncing actually I should say, but at the weekly pivot point. Let's dive into lower time frames. It's trying to retest the channel on the 21 EMA again, but looking at lower time frames, I have the preference here for downside looking at this pattern. At this moment, this looks like a wave 1, this looks like a 2, and we're in a wave 3, I think. And if I look at the 1 hour chart, actually, I think within the wave 3, we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me put the fib from this top to this bottom right here, and you can see that price is respecting so far the 38.50 fib zone. That's typical for wave 4. If it pushes above 111.50, then the likelihood of this being a wave 4 is decreasing. As long as it stays below this 50 fib zone, very likely that this is a wave 4, that this is a pullback for more downside. And I think if it breaks below the 20 EMA, there should be some type of pullback, probably some smaller flag on the 50-minute chart, and a continuation for that wave 5 of 3. Then there could be another pullback for wave 4, and then one more wave 5 to finish the potential wave C. Because I think if this is, as I indicated on the daily chart, maybe better on the daily chart, there we go. If this is a wave A, B, C, then the wave C could have 5 waves. So far, this could be 1, 2, this could be a 3, 4, 5, could complete somewhere at 109.70, and then I would expect there to see a bullish bounce. So if I see bullish candlestick patterns anywhere around 109.50, 110, or in that zone, then that could indicate a reversal back up. So for the moment, expecting a downside, a wave 4 and a wave 5, to complete a wave 3, 4, 5 pattern like that within the bigger wave C. All right, that's my view for the moment at least. So that's why I think if this is a wave 3, that this could be a wave 4 of that 3, as long as it stays below that resistance zone. All right, pound dollar basically is breaking lower as well, and hit the 130 level. It's trying to break below the 130 level. This could also be a bearish ABC pattern for the moment, and now it's getting into a crucial zone, because if this is a bounce here, it could still be part of a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, for instance, and that, or one more E, depends if the triangle will break up or down. I'm leaning towards up, but in fact, it really could break both ways. But if it breaks below the 78/88.6 fib zone, well, then this is starting to probably be more like an ABC pattern, in fact. And this is not an ABC here, but more a 1, 2, 3. So a lot depends on how price will respond to 129.50, 129.85, / 130 zone, of course. If there's a bounce, then this is likely to be ABC within the triangle pattern. If it breaks, then I'm leaning towards a deeper wave C and I think this is a wave 3 of that C, and there could be more downside on the pound dollar, just like I see now with the euro dollar as well. So very curious to see how price responds to that. We'll keep an eye on 4-hour candles. I think is the best time frame to monitor that break or bounce reaction. And if there is a bounce, I would probably be aiming for about 132, because in that case, I'll put the fib on the opposite side from here to here, like this. Whereas 132.16. Whereas if there is a bearish break, then I'll put the fib from here to here. And I think the main target is in that case all the way here at 127.50. And I think that price will drop to 129, make a bear flag, for instance, and then continue lower in a 5-wave pattern towards 127.50 for the moment. Okay, and that could be some support zone, of course, because it's around psychological level. Looking at the hourly chart, looking like good momentum so far. So if there is a bear flag here and the break of that flag, that too would indicate likely more downside. Whereas if price makes a close in reverse, so it rises very quickly and then makes a bull flag, of course, that type of pattern would favor the upside more. So it also depends on what type of patterns we see in this zone. All right, so last week was a doji again, just like the week before, but both candles have big wicks at the top. So bearish pressure may be starting to become more and more likely, and I'm leaning more and more towards an ABC zigzag. I was favoring a triangle pattern so far till now, but I'm not sure if the triangle can emerge. We had a 61.8 fib, not a 78.6 fib, and with this kind of pressure, I think that the zigzag is becoming slightly more likely than a triangle pattern. But I'm of course open to both sides and both potential patterns. Depends also on today's daily candle. For instance, if it closes near the low, this is a second break below the 21 EMA. So if it closes strongly to the downside, that also favors again a bearish ABC pattern, in fact, rather than a triangle pattern. So let's see. I'll do an update on Wednesday. Once again, if you're interested in our EA fully automated trading system here, no upfront costs, so you can put everything in your trading account, only of course with risk capital. But backtesting showed very impressive results, taking a $1,000 account and multiplying it to almost $1 million if the capital is left, of course, on the account with the max risk allowed that we think is allowed in forex trading. So anyhow, check it out, and it's for the time being for still a couple of weeks. There's no limit, no minimum trading capital required, so that's an advantage of starting now. Otherwise, wish you all great trading and see you in the next video, and great days ahead. Cheers, bye bye.